This life of mine, I said, I'm gonna live it right. Oh. Welcome to a year of unplanned trips. Allow me to take you on a miscellaneous journey. As I make this video, I'm currently not traveling. I just wanted to take the time to reflect on these trips and how much joy they bring to me. Let's get right into it with our first trip.
You know why, right?
It's so beautiful.
As long as you know.
Be careful. You don't want to sprain your ankle and all that stuff.
St. Thomas, what a beautiful island, but I'll probably never come here again. Honestly, this trip was one of rejuvenation. The year had been going so well, and I did have a friend who was going on a vacation with some of her friends, and she had invited me, and I took the opportunity. I'm glad I came, and I got to experience things in which I've never experienced before. The thing is, when it comes to trips, I'm one to pay more for experiences than I am to pay for materialistic things. I just love enjoying this world, you know, and all the things in which we have yet to see. So if there's opportunity, I'm always going to take it, as you will see as you continue to watch this video. But I got to paddleboard for the first time. I got to be on a speedboat. I mean, have I been on a boat before? I can't recall. I feel like I have. I've actually driven a boat before. But I just love new experiences. That's one thing in which I believe everybody should strive for in this life. The world is so beautiful, and I believe it's imperative that we experience it. I believe that it's our duty to experience it for ourselves versus through the lens of others. I believe, yes, people should be an influence and an inspiration, but I don't believe you should dwell on their own reality. I believe that we should all make our own reality and strive to enjoy this world to its fullest offerings. So after St. Thomas, I was back in New York, and I had actually gone on a bike ride with my friend Lou. He is an image creator in New York. He is so talented, you should check him out. But he asked me if I wanted to come to Colombia. And the next thing you know, guess who's in Colombia? Me! I'm telling you, when it comes to a trip, I'm gonna go. If it comes to like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, I'm not buying it. But if you tell me to buy a flight, let's go. So this is my friend Lou. What's really cool about this trip, it was so spontaneous. I literally booked maybe 3 days prior to leaving, and it couldn't have been more perfect. This trip literally changed my life in that it gave me the travel itch. It allowed me to understand that I just want to see this world, you know. I think we can get so consumed by social media and what everybody else is doing and the trends, and the trend actually becomes the reality and normalized as everybody's reality, which in essence is not true. When you travel and you see this world, you get to see how people actually live, you know. You get to see how people experience without these devices. And this trip was one that truly just inspired and changed the way in which I view life in itself. So I've actually seen a lot of people go to Colombia as of late, and they all go to Cartagena, which is what we did as well. But one of my favorite aspects of this trip was going to the island of Peru, where people live. And we actually stayed on the island. We stayed on the beach in a hostel, And that in itself was just so beautiful. We got to connect with the locals and just see how people live their lives. Can you believe people live on the beach? Like, that's their life. They come out, they fix their boat. I mean, that's the way of life in so many different countries, but to just be immersed in it was just a different type of feeling. This trip, oh my goodness, after this trip I was just ready for change, you know?
To the beach, wait, I met this girl when I was 12 years old. Give her everything, just shot of the world. Gonna get a grip every time I tried to hold on, I slip deep in this feeling that gravity pulls me down. I know I'm tripping, I'm falling in love with the drum breaks. She keep me safe from the gunplay when I'm hungry. She feed my soul when I'm lonely. She keep me company, it's funny. I used to wanna grow older, travel with sight in these rounds, so they realize that she got me out of my mind. I'm trying to kick these nerves to grab hold to the microphone. Got him nodding along. Maybe she'll save the world for me. Maybe she'll right my wrongs if I'm coming on too strong.
I think something in which I've always wanted to see was what happens in between the trips. As in, when you're not traveling, what are you doing? So after this trip, I was so ready to just live my life. I spent a lot of time reflecting, relaxing, and just thinking about ways I could make New York, where I'm based, feel like a vacation every day. After this trip, I was just ready to live. When I was in Colombia, I realized that I'm actually not as strong as I look. I've always looked athletic, but I realized that I was lacking internal strength. So when I got back, I was just ready to work out, ready to read, ready to learn new skills. And I honestly spent a lot of time just exploring my surroundings and just enjoying life. I started doing a lot of things alone and not waiting for anyone to enjoy my life. I decided to just live.
Don't be mad at me, but I'm actually on a kayak right now. Happy Wednesday.
Why am I like this? Come on guys, sing it with me. This life of mine, ayy, I'm gonna live it right. Oh, this life of mine, ayy, I'm gonna live it right. Oh. Looking at what everybody else is doing has never been my forte when it comes to life. The way in which I live my life is by just being me and intentionally enjoying the simple moments. Look at my romaine lettuce. It's just growing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And then purple basil. And then this is actually chocolate mint right here. And then lemon thyme. I really made a whole fire escape garden. One of the highlights of this year was also starting this fire escape garden. It honestly brought me so much peace. Currently, I live in Brooklyn, New York, and if you know anything about New York, you know that many people pay thousands of dollars to live in a closet. So currently, I don't have access to acres of land. Right now, all I have is a fire escape. So I've been utilizing it and growing fresh greens, and it's just been so satisfying and rewarding. Like, oh my goodness. I was able to cook various amounts of times. All the things in which I grew from this garden, I was actually able to eat and utilize in my cooking dishes, which was just a miracle in itself. So this is my garden, and look at this. Oh, wow. See those peppers? Why is my phone not clear? But wow. Oh, so beautiful. Yum.
Feel like, genocide. As long as I'm with my niggas, right?
Albuquerque, New Mexico. Wow. When I tell you this place means so much to me, as this is the place in which I found myself. When I moved to America, I always say that I was illiterate until I lived in this space. I met so many people, genuine people, people who were willing to be vulnerable. I believe this is a place in which I discovered what true friendship is. A lot of the people who are in my life till this day are people in which I met in this state. The connection in itself was just so authentic and real, and it's kind of the premise of how I judge everything nowadays. I'm currently standing by a mural that was painted while I lived in this state. I'm actually a biker. I bike everywhere, and during my college days I would bike all the time, and this photographer took a picture of me and painted a mural, and it's still up. I really needed to come back just to reconnect and just be grounded again.
Beautiful. I'm so proud of you. Round of applause, baby girl.
I can't stand you. What do you mean? I'm
so proud of you. You're in the kitchen doing what you're supposed to do. Cooking for me. Wow.
1 cup of sugar.
You see, what did I do to deserve this? This is wow. It's epic. Epic. Goodbye now.
Hi.
Oh my God. You have anything nice to say about me?
Always the best that is in the town.
She's lying.
Always a sweetheart. Oh my Sharif. Sharif is a bad.
Sharif is always
He does not like me. You guys will see this scene. Sharif does not like me. If Sharif is at my wedding, please make sure that you don't come close to me. I don't trust this. Good to see you again. Hope to see you in New York.
Yeah.
I got some dollar bill. You go be in here and right?
Okay. Amazing. Okay, Yummy, it's your turn.
Called her and told her she actually had to call you.
Yummy, it's your turn.
What are we doing?
What do you have to say about me?
Well, it's nice to have you back. Your laughter is definitely contagious. I'm glad you haven't lost it.
Okay, short and sweet.
Short and sweet. What do you have to say about me?
No, it's just about me today. Sorry, you have to wait next time. Your turn will come next time. Goodbye.
Oh man. Wait. Whoa. Told myself, oh, I'm gonna adjust the camera. I'm not missing a sunrise during this trip. I had to run to find a sunrise. Look at this. Look at God. Wow. Wow. I could have caught. Wow. Oh, I need to go to the mountain sometime soon. Probably tomorrow. Look at the mountain. Oh my goodness. I don't have a bike yet, but as soon as I get a bike, we are chasing the sunrise in the morning. Oh my goodness, I could get closer. I could get closer. I could get closer. I could get closer. We know we can. Look at the sunrise. Look at the sunrise.
my guess is 4.
This trip was honestly so needed in that when I graduated college, I disappeared from this state so fast. I was just tired, I was ready to go. I'd learned so much of myself and healed so much that I just wanted something new. And the way in which I left, I wanted to rewrite. So coming back and just being able to do the things in which I had done prior, visit spaces and places and people, and go back to my old university and just observe, I guess, this state in a different manner was just epic in itself. I think we run away from spaces that we experience so much pain in that we forget that we can always change the ending of that chapter. This hot air balloon was the grand finale of this trip. When I lived here for 4 years, and I actually never got on a flipping hot air balloon. It was when I left and came back, I decided to do it. Like I said, you can always rewrite a story if you don't like the ending. This is me rewriting it. I honestly love this space so much. Even though it brought me so much pain, it brought me truth, and that in itself is reality. I think everybody's always talking about soft life, but in essence, life is not soft, as much as we want it to be. Life is hard, but how do we make life soft during the hard times? I think that's a topic in which we need to delve into more. Before booking this trip, I actually had the opportunity to go somewhere else, but my heart kept telling me that I needed to come here, and I'm so glad I listened. Honestly, when I graduated, I never thought I'd come back. I was like, this is for the birds, it's not for me. And look at my ass back here. But honestly, a trip in which I needed to take to reconnect and to just be reminded of all the things in which I learned here, and not to deviate from my own version of what is truth. And my own convictions. So I'm setting myself up. Yeah, I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful. Long live Ronaldo. That's crazy. I've been a biker from the beginning of time. And it's crazy that people witness you and see you when you don't see and witness yourself. That in itself is interesting. If anything, just keep going, keep thriving, keep pushing to what you actually want in this lifetime. You gotta keep going. Yeah, especially if you have something that you strongly desire, you just have to keep going. That is my message, that is my takeaway, that is the end, that's the exodus of this trip. It's been a pleasure. I'm grateful for everybody that I met on this trip. I'm grateful for everybody that I was able to reconnect with during this trip. If I wasn't able to reconnect with you, it's okay. There's FaceTime, there is social media. I did not have a lot of time, so if we weren't able to connect, just know it's all love. Yeah.
Have a good night. Goodbye. I'm out here. I got things to. I have to go pack. For real though, I do.
Free climbing means no harness or anything. Risk your hands.
Back to life, back to reality. Listen, yeah, in between all this traveling, I was also running a business all by myself. I was doing markets, but primarily my goal was to get onto e-commerce and just do that. Like, I've always wanted to just ship out. And let me tell you, when I got back, I was so focused that everything just started aligning. I just started getting orders not even out of the blue. I know I had a tactic and stuff, but I was posting a ton and results were coming. You know, I was doing the work and I was seeing results. So I literally just started getting overwhelmed with all the orders that were coming in. I just was not prepared. I was prepared to an extent, but I was not prepared in that, wow, I've never, you know, this has never been my reality. It is my reality now. And I just had to pivot really quickly. With this, it kind of just took up all my time. Every single day I was just working on orders. And after this, I was just ready for a little break.
But that grotto, okay?
Organic sales, that's where it's at. You don't need to pay for ads, you know. You just gotta be yourself and you sell out. That's what I'm talking about.
With business going so well, it was time for another trip. But this trip was actually a birthday trip. I wanted to do something for my birthday, but I also wanted to do something alone.
This is my first solo trip ever. Let's see how it goes. I think it's gonna be good. I mean, cause I'm a vibe, so it's gonna be good. Let's go. Hello.
This was the first time in a long time that I had celebrated my birthday, and I celebrated because I was truly proud of where I was in life in this moment. And I decided to jump out of a plane by myself. I was, by myself. I decided to just go for it. It was something which I wanted to do for a long time, and I figured, why not just do it? You know, I had just been conquering all my fears, and this was just the pinnacle of fears. And I'm just so happy I did that. Would I do it again? Probably, actually. Not anytime soon though. Not only did I skydive, but I also went shooting in a red dress. And I just spent so much time reflecting by myself on the beach. And then I came back to New York and just enjoyed the rest of the year. In between all my business duties, it was also important for me to just enjoy life to the fullest. I think life is enjoyed through the simple moments. It's not always a super fancy trip. It's really how you live your day-to-day life. It's how you embrace your surroundings. It's how you enjoy the simple moments that many people take for granted. I'm so excited to just be on this earth and to continue living, because this is all temporary, you know? And I think we often forget that.
Most intellects do not believe in God, but they just say, oh, on and on and on and on.